I moved to New York not too long ago. There are more crazy people in New York than like anywhere else in the world. Like whenever I get on the subway, I have to do like a quick psychiatric evaluation of everyone, because you can't sit next to someone who's just like insane, you know what I mean? But I love those moments. My favorite moments are when you get like a glimpse of sanity that reminds you that this is a real person, you know? It humanizes them. Like I was on the train recently, this guy was on there, like top 5 craziest people I've ever seen. He's like talking to himself. He's yelling at everyone, like individually. He's yelling at himself because it was his turn. Everyone's staring at their shoes because it's just like so awkward. And then in the middle of it, he's like looking at the ceiling and just like screaming at the ceiling. And then in the middle of it, ranting and raving. He's like, oh, 4th Avenue. And then he got off the train. How did he know that was his stop? How did he know you had to swipe the card to get on the train? He was literally like, I have to collect crystals for the sacrifice of the Raven King. Oh, this is my stop. I don't want to have to wait for another train at this hour. That would be madness. I went to Coney Island recently and I rode this roller coaster called the Cyclone. Not my reaction. Most terrifying experience of my life. I had like bruises everywhere. I had like 8 bruises, one for every dollar I spent. And then when I got done, I found out that the Cyclone is like the oldest functional roller coaster in the world. I wish I'd known that before I risked my life. Do you know what year the Cyclone was made in? The Cyclone was made in the year 1927. That's over 80 years ago. They should change the name of that ride to 1927. That fact is way scarier. Cyclones, hurricanes. 1927. We didn't know anything back then. We thought cigarettes were good for us. Science was just a little baby. Give me the perspective. This is completely true. This is a true fact. Look it up. Sliced bread came on the market in 1928. So when people describe something else and they're like, oh, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. I mean like it's the greatest thing in like an unimaginably long time. This was made the year before that. The year before the standard. Like a really long time ago. The whole thing is made of wood. Wood! You know, that really strong substance that NASA uses for a space shuttle. Wood. I think if they want the ride to be really scary, when you're strapped in and going on that first big climb, they should just have all these facts going by. Look, this ride was made in 1927! Look, all material that termites eat! Cigarettes were nutritious! Here's a bruise. Steep drop once you know all the facts. People get upset when I bring up the Cyclone. They're like, that's a historical landmark. Yeah, I'm not saying we should burn it down. Although it would take just 1 minute. I'm just saying maybe we should be letting people on the thing. Like the Wright brothers airplane is in a museum. They're not taking it on transcontinental flights. Your flight to Italy is ready. Could you give us a hand with the propeller, please? Put on this strappy goggle hat. You'll be manning the machine gun. The cockiest thing ever. Have you guys heard of this new drug cocktail called cheese? I'm not making it up, like that's the actual street name for it. It's called cheese. I saw like 4 or 5 news reports and they were like, there's a new drug, it's called cheese. Kids in the Midwest are doing it. It's an epidemic. It's a new drug. It's an epidemic. New drug. So I looked up what cheese is. Cheese is Tylenol PM and heroin. So really, it's heroin. It's mostly heroin. Heroin's doing the heavy lifting. Drug cocktail. It's not a new drug. Mostly heroin. I can't put heroin on like pancakes and go, I've created a new drug! I call it pan shakes. You eat them every day, but if you stop, you'll get the shakes. Don't forget the special shake sauce. It's maple syrup. It's heroin. It's not a new drug, mostly heroin. The last actual new drug was crystal meth, which you had to make in your bathtub. And if you messed up while you were making it, everything explodes and you die. That's how dangerous that drug is. Just trying to make it can kill you. And you make it just from stuff you get at the store. To make cheese, you still need heroin. Just do the heroin. You already have heroin. It's very powerful. Just do the heroin. That's my message to you guys. Just do the heroin, guys. All right, that's my time. Kumail, look for me on Facebook and such. Are you guys ready for your next comedian? He's a very, very nice guy. Give it up for Galifianakis.